Now we need to build the whole train system, but technically, we don't actually need to do that by 4. We could just hand deliver some uranium to the bus and then automate it and then still build a nuclear plant. There's a lot that has to happen, let's be honest. The sulfuric acid being turned into stuff to, not yet, it's not. Into stuff to destroy in the awesome sim. 97 printable coupons, by the way. I think it just did one. Time to get PNG tuber Ryan out so you can just have little cartoon Ryan for thumbnails. Does anybody know a VTuber artist? I really want to, I want to make a VTuber model, a rig, at some point. I think it would be really funny to enter a VTuber arc for a little bit. Coupon stonks, by the way, absolutely stonks. I can switch to this right now. Let's try it. Straight up anime style? Yeah, like straight up, like, probably like, yeah, very typically, like typical VTuber look. And by that, I do not mean give me enormous boobs. Maybe I should find a professional VTuber artist. Can we give it long hair, though? Like what, underneath the hat? Like 100% it's going to have the hat involved, you know? An original character of like... No, I mean like take the Ryan streaming persona and like make that... What is the VTuber version of that kind of deal? Is what I'm envisioning. But I don't know. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to ignore the train part here and just go do this ourselves, but it is a little dangerous. We'll have to come back and build the train station on our own time. Ryan, do you know any VTubers? I do. Yeah, I've got a good friend who is a VTuber. Actually, I have a couple of friends who have like rigs, but one who still streams. I know one who used to stream and one who still streams. Picturing you with pigtails for no reason other than the whimsy. Redeem Shats to switch to an alt model for 5 minutes. Wait, that's a genius idea. Chat, be honest with me. Am I hitting the? Am I hitting our 4 p.m. goal? I gotta focus up, bro. I gotta focus up. Okay, lock in, as the kids say. Lock in. I could do you a PNG tuber, but probably not a VTuber. I actually have a friend who has played around with the rigging of it, where you like take the parts of the... My understanding is you basically have like a PNG with lots of layers. You do and then you rig parts of those different layers to move in specific ways based on what your real life, based on what the camera sees, like shoulder, move shoulder, that kind of thing. So I think, I don't know, it could, I don't know. Why am I taking damage? Am I out of filters? I am out of filters. Shit. I don't know. I'll need to look into that. I'll need to look into exactly what it was. What about Tongle? Tongle as a VTuber? Tongle's coming for my job. That's a hilarious idea. Tongle coming for your coming for my job. All I need is fabric, but to get fabric, you got to use like mushrooms, right? Mycelia, mycelia. Oh my God, chat! You have my permission to yell at me. Let me see if I can do it. About making sure hard drives are researching. You have my permission. You know what? Fuck it. I'll set a 10-minute timer on my own thing. Okay, I need mycelia now. I don't know that I can... mycelia is not on that. We just had this enormous cave, though. All right, in 9 minutes and 26 seconds, yell at me about my PNG. Or about, not my PNG, my hard drives. Otherwise, those things will never get researched. Where's the entry again? It's this way. Okay, we're going to go grab some mycelia so that we can make some masks, which is not directly towards our 4 o'clock goal. But I'll be honest, the 4 o'clock goal was always a stretch. It was always a stretch. Nope, it's the big goal this one. I love it, Shammy. There's like 3 things I've learned as a streamer. Don't read out usernames without running them through your head once before you read them out. Don't read any messages that start with ALEXA. I don't know what the third thing was. I definitely had a third thing, but I don't remember. What was the third thing? Oh, yeah. Third thing I've learned as a streamer. Moderate the people who make fun of you most often. It's just good business. Just good business practice. Probably gonna be some spiders down here, just FYI. Mushrooms? I mean, barely any. Okay, it's working. Good. If you don't scan, then spoiler chat can't give you your grade. Okay. I feel like mycelia is actually one of the more annoying things I need to go farm because it's harder to find than you would think. So I might actually take a... If there's an alternate recipe for making fabric in a different way, I might actually take it. I think I have mycelia back at the base, but... Especially with dimensional depots, I could always just chuck something else in the... Dimensional depot if I had a different way to make it or something. Ah. By 4, he will have a decent number of research, so we could always grade him on a decent number of them. Yeah, I probably will wait, though. I'm guessing the rest of today will be focused on the... Like alternative recipes, I have to sort of sit there and do math. And I'm guessing we're going to be kind of running close to the 4 p.m. deadline today to try and get nuclear set up, at least to produce a single watt of power. Hi, Uzai. How in danger are your chats? Depends on if you believe or not. Yeah. Is there anybody who voted pink who now feels like they should have bet blue? Or vice versa? That's probably the best way to tell. God, shout out to this area mode thing. I've got 300. We're going to have to call that good because I got other things to do. I won't answer that. I need the ability to fucking teleport. That's the next thing I want them to give me. Wait, shit, this is the way I want to go out. Fuck. Okay. I was going backwards. Shit. Hi, Langar. How's it going? What are we doing today? We're going to get nuclear up and running by 4 p.m., which is 54 minutes from now. 100% we're going to get it up and running. Put on the belt. We have to take the encased uranium that we have, turn it into uranium fuel rods or whatever. But we have everything it takes to build a nuclear power plant. So at least there's that. Just trying to keep track of what I need to do still. Yo, Brack. Holy shit.
Boop.
Hi, Brack. How are we? Boop. Happy 44 months, my man. How are you? To carry them, though, I am going to have to take some radiation damage, which is why I'm kind of nervous about this whole thing. Although, where's the radiation right now, yeah? Oh, there it is. Okay, well. Ah, I can carry up to a certain number? Gonna be fine, chat. I wonder how many I need. It's gonna be fine. Thought that clicking noise was coming from my room. It's just the radiation. Doing good, just vibing? What's new, man? I haven't talked to him forever. How are you? Okay, we can do all of this later. The question here is uranium cell fuel rods take 50. So I think we should carry at least 100. Probably carry about as much as I can carry, because there's no downside to carrying more. Doesn't seem like. Well, I'm just missing more biomass. Make a bit more fabric, make a couple more filters. I'm gonna need more filters. This is, I don't know. This could be interesting. I don't know if we're gonna make it. Sounds good, Mars. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Have a great rest of your day, dude. So, gas filters I can make. And then these are just made from those plus stuff I have in depots. That's good. Spending time making gas filters when I'm worried about the other thing is a little funny to me, but here we are, dude. 28 seconds, then we'll switch that over. Thinking aloud, nothing has changed in my life. How are you? I'm good, dude. I'm good. Yeah. I'm really enjoying this spring. I spent this morning going to Lowe's to buy more mulch than I have ever bought in my entire life to put in our backyard and landscaping and stuff. I took 2 trips to Lowe's to get big ass bags of mulch because they're currently on sale. And I'm gonna spend the later afternoon. Spend 10 minutes, by the way, chat. Okay, remind me in another 10 minutes. Can I delete this and it'll still research or no? I think so. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna spend the afternoon probably throwing more mulch in our landscaping than until my back hurts, probably. Do I sound 80 years old yet? Probably shouldn't have put these items in my inventory so that they wouldn't be draining filters while I do it, but that's hindsight, dude. That is freaking hindsight. Tell us more about the ladies at the pool. I don't know. I told you most of what I know about the ladies at the pool. Okay. This will be enough filters for a long time. Hopefully. I'm going to craft these real quick. We'll get out of here. As a 32-year-old, you sound 30s as hell. Good. Some other long story that will distract you from nuclear. Okay, I have some gas filters. Probably, I've got 80. Okay, we're good. Let's get rid of both of these. This we're going to leave here, and we're just going to take as many of these as we can fit in our entire fucking inventory. Wait. Is it draining much quicker now? Probably because I'm standing here, right? Oh my god, it's draining so fast. Holy shit. That's only 125? Uh-oh. Okay, well, we might have to do the train. So, bad news. Okay, yeah, little in the oh-nos in the chat for sure. I think we gotta do the train. Ah, my headphones are caught. Fuck. Does your pool have anything fun like a splash pad or a lazy river? I think it, I don't know. I think it might. I don't really know. I just go there. I hang out with the old people. I swim. That's the whole thing I do. All right. Time to design a train, by the way. Why am I still getting irradiated? What's happening here? Yo, is my game bugging? What's going on here? Ah! That's a rhetorical question. What the fuck? Do I have anything rhetorical? Or, you're rhetorical. Do I have anything? Might be a bug? The noise when you took the suit off was bad. I think so. Sounds good, Luke. Thank you. We're going to load the game, see if I can get rid of that. I was taking weird damage. Okay, that's much better. That's much better. That's good. Okay. All right. Well. Still need to build a zoop tube up here, but we need to design a whole new nuclear train to make this happen now. Can I blow up this tree, please? Oh, I can chop it, though. There it is. Having back pain and I'm 25. Maybe that's a bug. Have you tried reloading? Imagine if you could reload some of the stuff that breaks in video games. If you could do it in your real life. Oh, sorry. I had a terribly awkward conversation with the barista at my coffee shop. Can I, quick little reload? Oh, said the exact wrong thing on that first date. Just gonna go ahead and reload that dialogue tree. Fun reloading does help with back pain, but only for a few hours or so. You'd probably run into the same... It's, you know what we've just described? We've basically described Click, the Adam Sandler movie. I mean, not exactly, but like in a similar vibe. Like thematically, we've described something with a similar problem. If you could reload your life, then the one-time through sort of precious nature of it probably gets a little corrupted, yeah? If you could fast forward through your arguments with your wife, get more work done, all of a sudden you realize that is the saddest movie of all time, by the way. Click is as a kid of divorced parents, Jesus Christ. That movie is terrible in terms of sadness. I don't know if it's any good. I watched it when I was like 8. Which is maybe why it's so sad, but no, I probably watched it when I was like 12. Uh-oh, this should be going like here. Why is that going there? Uh-oh. This man has never watched Grave of the Fireflies. You are correct that I don't know what a Grave of the Fireflies is. Is that the other saddest movie in the world? Of all time, that's a bold statement. You know what? It is a bold statement. And you know what? I didn't mean it. I was just being dramatic. You can't tell me Click... It's got Adam Sandler in it, though. Like, you can't tell me Click isn't the saddest fucking movie. It's fucking sad. Go to like here-ish. Go to like there-ish. Okay, Amsterdam. This is actually going to be Uranus. Wait, no. Uranium. Encased uranium out. What's that shit called again? There it is. Encased uranium cells. This is all loading. That's all good. We need a splitter. Okay, Click might not be the saddest movie of all time, but I do think it might be. It's been 10 minutes, by the way. I do think it might be. It might be the movie that has caused the most emotional whiplash in terms of expectation versus delivery. You know? Being the Adam Sandler, like purely from just having Adam Sandler in it. How's that for a take? Is that a better take? Okay, that'll go to there. Is it even the saddest Adam Sandler movie? Uncut Gems was anxiety on film. Well, that sounds like that is just anxiety. Whiplash from comedy to sadness. Yeah, you've got your like Adam Sandler cracking dumb jokes and but his jokes are just tinged with like the true you know, desperation of a man who's losing his entire family. I cannot reiterate this enough. It's got Adam Sandler in it. It's sad. That's the full extent of what I have to say about Click. So you are called. Thanks for the follow, Arnold. Encased uranium. 1. Edit timetable. It is currently case uranium out, and then we're gonna chuck plastic in on there and see if we can't turn off self-driving before we actually get back and make a new station down on the other end. Although before we do that, holy shit, holy shit, turn it off. No, don't dock it. I don't like docking. In this family, we do not support docking. Go here. Should actually get it hooked up first. That should be Mark 5, by the way. Uh-oh. I'm going to have to write that down for stuff to do later. Okay. It really is killing me that you keep pointing out it has Adam Sandler in it. Listen! We're like less than halfway through my nuclear list, so I really don't know that we're getting nuclear done today. That won't go. Damn it. That'll do it. Excuse me, why have you stopped operating? Is it the lack of plastic? Probably. Oh, it's still operating, just slowly. Okay. Adam Sandler has occasionally dipped into real acting, but yeah, most of his movies are dumb comedies. Yeah, this got some stuff on it. Let's turn you into turn on cancel docking, turn on self-driving. Ah! Dropped my whole fucking helmet trying to scratch my head. What are you doing? What are you doing? What is this plane doing? What is this train doing? What are the major forms of creative writing? I'm curious for your take on it. Sorry, I don't know if I understand the question. Like, okay, it's trying to load the uranium in. Forms like the novel? Is that what you mean? Unauthorized docking. Major themes? Oh, I think there are no... I mean, in terms of themes, I think creative writing can do just about whatever theme you want to throw at it. Yeah. I mean, I think that, like... There's so much writing written every year and also published every year. If you could name a theme, there's probably a piece of writing on it. Whether or not it's good or not is a whole other question, or like whether or not it's effective is a whole other question, but like... Not sure it's the right word. Oh, okay. We were talking like comedy/tragedy. I seem to recall there were several classic themes. Gotcha. I don't know. I still don't know how to answer the question. Like, in terms of a like comedy tragedy, I would say the like. There's an interesting way to answer this, which is like, what are the story shapes or what are the story archetypes? Like your hero's journey. Archetypes are very on my mind right now because I'm playing a little game on YouTube that is involved with them. Yeah, we're gonna turn off self-driving and try not to hit another train. You can talk about your archetypes. Break? No, don't break. Don't break. Like your hero's journey, like, you know, think Luke Skywalker type situation. Yeah. Archetypes is probably the, like... But things change so much. Okay, so we should slow down. I went too far. That's fine. I think that one is silica, so we need one more. Oh, please don't hit me. Oh, thank God. Yeah, we're going to park it right here. That's our radioactive train. I don't know. The thing about writing is that it's so... there just is no, like, one way to do it, if that makes sense. There is so much variety. Even if you look at, like, even if you zoom way in on a form of writing that is pretty, like, has not changed a ton. Okay. Look at poetry. History of poetry. Poetry has changed wildly in its thousands of years of, you know, whatever. And it's like, in its history, right? Poems changed a lot. Lots of things go in and out of vogue. In some ways, things have changed a lot. You know, think your ABAB rhyme schemes and all that shit versus poetry today, very different. That'd be one way to think about it. I would say poetry is probably one of the like forms or genres that has changed a little bit more than some others. Like the short story. The short story is like a relatively young like form. At least the way we think of it. But and also has not changed a ton because of that. The novel has changed a lot. So yeah, but the thing is, with each one of those, you have some like formula that we're more familiar with, for lack of a better word. You have some like, this is a shape that a poem takes. Most people think poems, and they probably think like limericks. Like the average person. The average person thinks poems. They think limericks. They think like, and what does a limerick do, right? Limerick has like a hard and sometimes raunchy twist on the last line. Often plays on words. Often raunchy, often jokey, often like those are tone questions. Go just a little bit further here. Go here. That's straight. That is, but we need to go further this way. So yeah, I don't know if I have a very classic... Sorry, I very much left the grounds of your question. But I don't know that I have a particularly classic answer. Like, Vonnegut had, like, claims about, like, some of the most basic story, like, shapes or structures. Like your rising action, climax, denouement, all that kind of stuff. Hilariously, I don't often pay much attention to that kind of stuff. Like, to me, they're very useful in, like, a like Lit 101 class. Or like a creative writing 101 class, and then mostly everything derails rather than sticks on those rails. There's another hard drive. Okay, this 10-minute timer thing is working really well. Keeping me honest. Dune is just Hamlet. I read something recently that said the whole Star Wars script is basically a Dune ripoff, same story. I get very, 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 very tired, and I'm going to tell you why. Of hearing Avatar is just the word for world is forest by Ursula K. Le Guin, except ripped off. This story is Star Wars is just Harry Potter is just Star Wars ripoff. This is just that ripoff. Of course they are. Of course they're ripoffs. Of course it's ripoffs. In the same way that, like, in a terrible example, in the same way that this is a Factorio ripoff. It's not at all, but it, like, vaguely has some similarities that if you were to look at it from about 5,000 meters up in the sky and you look down on it, you're like, hey, similarities. Yeah. One of the biggest tools you have as a writer, one of the biggest, most helpful tools you have as a writer is the familiar. Most stories include a lot of familiar. You know why? Because familiar is related to your expectations. And storytelling is all about either meeting or subverting your expectations. This is where archetypes come into it. This is like all that shit. Like, you have to have familiar ground from which the story can take a hard left turn in order to accomplish anything meaningful. Like, you wouldn't start a story. If you were to write a story, right? You wouldn't go and start that story by saying, I am going to write about something no one has ever written about before. You would not be able to start your first sentence. You wouldn't be able to do it. Because in some way, shape, or form, something you're doing there is building off of a story you've heard before. You would not be able to do it. Everything old is new again. Fallon is the name of this, by the way. Fallon. So we need to edit. We need to get rid of that. We need to add Fallon. We need to save changes. Did I do the Fallon exit? Did I do it? I did do the Fallon exit. Did I put signs up? No, I did not. Familiar allows the reader to build a quick mental picture because they have a frame of reference. Yeah, except it's also like, it's encased uranium in. Yes, okay. It's also like, did I have a problem with this last time I did this? No, we're good. Okay. I changed the name, but it's fine. You really just don't, like... How do I phrase this? It's on the level of, like, if I describe in my writing to you that, like, Joe sat down in a chair, you bring a frame of reference, right? Like, you understand what a chair looks like. You understand what a chair does. So that's all important, right? I don't need to describe to you. Joe sat down in a... This is terribly pedantic, but as an example, you don't need to describe... Joe sat down in a four-legged wooden or potentially plastic object. In this case, it's wooden, but not always. They tend to have backs on them. help to keep your humanoid body semi-upright while also resting the leg. Like, you don't, there's just too much, we share so much already in terms of common knowledge that what stories tend to be about is the stuff in between all of that common knowledge. And sure, Harry Potter has like Star Wars aspects because they both have hero's journey aspects. That's what's happening, is that they're borrowing like from the archetype, meaning you know what to expect. The archetype meaning like the overall, the like platonic ideal of the story, if you will, to then, I need to do unloading, to then take you to someplace new. Ideally. Now, not all stories do that. Some stories do not take you someplace new. Sometimes they just retell the same shit. But, you know, these also need to say unload because that gets me every time. Also, to me, like, the real appreciation for... Hi, Tub. How's it going? He reveres the useless Oxford comma. I do love the Oxford comma. The other thing I would say, too, is that, like, to me, the, like, devil in the details of it all is that, like, sure, X story is just a retelling of, like, the Matrix or whatever, right? But, like, to me, everything interesting... Oh, that shouldn't be... It should be merger. Everything interesting is happening in the space between where you leave the Matrix and enter this new body, right? Like, this new body of work. This new thing. I need a smart splitter going here. That goes overflow left. I need a storage container that goes here. Oxford comma's clutch. I know, right? Shame on Tub because he doesn't enjoy it. Joe sat down in a Chase lounge. Is it Shay's? I heard about this. Is it Shay's lounge? Is that correct? Shay's lounge? Chase lounge? I don't know, dude. I've only read that word. I've never pronounced it out loud. Oh, fuck. Shay's long. The Oxford comma is redundant. I think you're redundant. The Oxford comma might be redundant, but if it helps with clarity, then is it really redundant? What you guys don't know here is that Tub and I have had this conversation on stream 14 times. 14 times. And we just keep arguing the same points back and forth. If it is technically redundant, but it provides clarity, then is it really redundant at all, considering I consider the point of language to be maximizing clarity? Since we met in 2019, it's true. Some things never change. Anyways, one more thought on the whole, like, this story is just recreating this kind of thing. I do think sometimes what's interesting is when people say that, what they mean is this story did not give me something new. It is not, I would argue, a crime in and of itself to retell Dune, but from this perspective. Or, oh shit, every time. Or to be like, this story was just like, it was just Harry Potter. And I've read Harry Potter, so I don't need to reread it. Like, or whatever your version is, like. What they probably mean is it didn't give me something specifically new. Does that mean that something new wasn't in there? I don't know. Does it mean you just didn't pick up on it? Does it mean that... I don't know. Tub hates whimsy is so wrong. Tub does hate whimsy. I'm kidding. I can't think of a person who hates whimsy less than Tub, other than maybe Carly, but... If you write clearly enough, the comma is not essential. If it is not essential, it shouldn't be there. I'm sorry. I was unaware that we were claiming that only the essential should be included in sentences. Interesting. Interesting. Only the essential can be included in our language now. Weird. Strange. Strange. I am over here. I'm just here to argue for a more flexible and less prescriptive use of grammar and syntax. And my opponent in the other corner wants to police your commas and adjectives. And my opponent to him I say, you can take your prescriptivist, weird, sanitized language and flowery fuck right off. I don't know what lane I need to be going in with my encased uranium. I'm just here to argue, period. I'm here to argue. It's great. I hope we have this conversation for another 10 years, Tub. Another 5 years, I should say. Nope, wrong button. It's time for another one. Boom, boom, boom. It's 3:42. Chat, I don't think we're making it happen. I don't think we're making it happen. Here's the one thing we could do differently. Is it time for desperate times? And is it time for desperate measures? I think it might be. Okay. It's time for desperate measures, chat. It's 3:42. The only way Bluebies win this prediction is if I produce a single ounce of power in a nuclear power plant. Welcome to Operation... I don't know. What should we call our operation? This is for the Bluebies. Operation, this is for the Bluebies. I might kill myself to radioactive power, but we're going to make it happen. How big is a nuclear power plant? It's not as big as I would have guessed. Splitting the atom. I'm going to do it by hand. It's true. Waste output. I don't have to worry about waste if all I have to do is provide a singular. Now here's the problem. I do need to take this encased uranium and I need to make it into a uranium fuel cell. To do that, I need to make a couple ECBs, but how many? ECRs. Can I make a uranium fuel cell in my... a uranium fuel rod? Produced in a manufacturer. How many do I need? I need 5 of these. Okay, we're doing it. Fuck it. We're doing it old school. This is such a bad way, but we're doing it. I already have 5. I'm chilling. Okay. I need a singular manufacturer. Listen, I will cheat to get the Bluebies paid. I'll do it. I need you to make a uranium fuel rod. I need you to take this and this. I need you to get powered. Where did that power go? Did that power go somewhere? Oh, it's on. Okay. I'm going to give you a couple of those because I don't know. Seems fun. And make 0.6 per minute. And I'm going to go grab 50 uranium fuel cells before I die of radiation poisoning. Actually, I could do you one better. I don't even have to die of your uranium radiation poisoning. Okay. Nick says it would make for very bland language. I participated in a technical writing course that I couldn't disagree with more. The instructor lived on the idea that no superfluous words are ever appropriate. He claimed sentences should never be longer than 6 words. It was rough to listen to. That's lovely. I do feel like most people making that sort of point generally have a use case that they're like sort of arguing, which I get. This is so backwards, but we're gonna do it. Like they have, especially in technical writing, like they have, you know, restrictions placed upon what they can write or whatever. But it's pretty funny from a creative writing perspective to hear no sentence should be longer than. I'm not even taking radioactive. Now I am. Okay, well, probably get rid of that. Ah, shit, I can't get rid of it. Okay, can I delete it? I'll delete it. I'm not even taking damage here. Chat, we're going to do it. Nuclear power. We're 50% of the way there. All we have to do is turn this sucker on. It's going to make waste, which is going to be a pain in the ass, but we skipped a couple steps, I'll be honest with you. But we did get the train set up. This one's for the bluebies, for sure. These are made so slowly. This is crazy. 0.4 is the normal speed. When I was always a bluebie, you just intentionally put yourself in harm's way and shit. Now that I'm pink, you're really cheating to make bluebies win. Wow. I don't know about cheating. I am absolutely bending the win scenario of the prediction to my and bluebies' benefit, and for that I do apologize. 97%, 98. Come on, baby. Give me the power. There's the power. Make it slow. Make it slow. I said make it slow. Did I accidentally put it in my inventory? No, there it is. Okay. Make it slow. Cinematic. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that is radioactive. No power? What do you call this? There it is. Nope. What's it? Water? Does it need water? Shit. Duh. Of course it needs water. Of course it needs water. Yeah, it needs water. It needs water. It needs water. It needs water. Oh, boy. Okay. Ah, shit. It was supposed to be cinematic. Oh, no. Not like this. Good news. I'll just take it with me. I know where to get some water. I'll just take it with me. Oh, shit. I'm going to die to radiation poisoning. I could not have asked for better cinema. Hold up. Let me just quickly make a couple more of these. Just to give me a little bit more wiggle room. We're going to fly the nuclear plant somewhere else where it won't kill me, hopefully. Then we'll chuck it down. Then it'll work. Okay, 18. That should be plenty. All right. Thank God we tried this at like 340 and not 352. Of course it needs water. I'm not cheating. I'm just cheating. Exactly. Got a little water here. Fuck yeah, this will work. Right? We're gonna do something terrible, which is we're gonna chuck down our first nuclear power plant somewhere where there is no foundation. Now that is a crime against this game. Chuck you in there. Put power somewhere else, please. Where's the power? All right, you guys ready? We're on. Oh, it's burning. It's currently burning. I was like, is it done already? This is called cheating. This is called winning. This is called winning, actually. Look at that big jump. Big jump. That big jump is when we turned it on. I've seen dirty builds. This is a true abomination. We're going to tear it apart in 2 seconds. It's not quite ready. But we did theoretically prove to ourselves how highly radioactive is bad. Non-fissile fissile uranium can be extracted? Hold up. Let me put this in my inventory real quick, then put it back. Did I just... What is non-fissile? What does that mean? Non-fissile what? Does that mean I can turn this back into something good? Non-fissile uranium can be extracted? I can't be pronouncing fissile right? GG, I always believed in you, except when we were casting our votes. I don't even really need to keep it... Hold up, let me just tear it down real quick. I don't even need to keep it running because... Oh, shit, now I have the... Oh, fuck. Ah, panic. I forgot. Now that put the bad stuff in my inventory. Tuck that back in there. Okay, there we go. Let's paint that radioactive. How do you paint something radioactive? Like bright yellow, bright red? Come up with a custom swatch. That is just completely red. How do I come up with a custom swatch? We'll make it bright-ass green. We'll make it bright-ass green. Completely green. And shiny. Select color. Boom. Boom. It's honestly less green than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be more green than that. Oh, exclamation burrito is perfect. Incredible. Exclamation burrito in the chat. Okay, well, that was ugly as hell, but it did technically work. That's good. We need to figure out what that waste does, though. What that waste do? Oops, I think I may have missed my next... Okay, on Friday, when we play the game next, we will research all of our hard drives, and we will get an actual nuclear setup going. Until then, I'm going to take a break here. I got a headache, and I go check how Megan is doing with Elle. So, yeah. I'll also probably tear this down in a second, but I feel like it's just going to set me to be radioactive, so we'll just sit right here. Thanks for hanging out today, you guys. I appreciate you. Points for belief. You're so right. You're so right. It was ugly, but we made it. Shout out to Bluebies. Oh, Carly says, just to be clear, was that a Bluebie win? Yeah. Whatever just happened was a Bluebie win. Oh, boy. All right. Thanks for hanging out, you guys. I appreciate you. Had a great time hanging out. I will see you guys in a new... Creative writing wasn't enough of a distraction. I feel like it kind of got me in the zone a little bit. Next time you'll have to try hamster porn. That took me out of the zone for sure. Bye, guys. Thanks for being